Or if I'm going to get to heaven, okay, I'm going to tell God to punish you all for doing this. No, Jesus didn't do that. What did Jesus do? Jesus asked God to forgive them. Wait a minute, that's not a Hollywood movie. That's not a video game. We, in spite of being part of the crowd even, we are forgiven. And we are to act from that place of being forgiven and therefore finding hope. So that the answer eventually is yes, we are willing to raise another generation of children in the world that we are going to be part of, so that these destructive things will not continue. That's the invitation on Palm Sunday. To stand at a distance and learn how to do this as a forgiven people. Now, I don't want to end on a depressing note, so I'm going to tell you a hopeful story of a group of acquaintances of Jesus who had tried and did something and did it successfully. I was working with a school, a Christian school, run by the Presbyterians in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's one of the oldest private schools. And they intentionally lower their fees so that all kinds of folks can be part of the school. And the student body consists of 1/3 Native American, 1/3 Hispanic, and 1/3 white. Okay, very unusual. Okay. And I was asked to consult with the school to help them do better at this multicultural thing. By the way, that's my job. I travel around doing that. And so I went and spent 2 days simply listening to the people at the school. I listened to a group of parents, and story after story, the parents said, my child was, really quiet, not really doing much, I'm really worrying about my child. 1 week at this school, my child blossomed, they said. Amazing story. And I ran into a volunteer, a pastor who is Native American from the north. And he had gone through the boarding school, the Indian school, where he was beaten up and he was treated horribly. School was horrible for him. Okay? And he come down to this school to volunteer every year. Why? He told me, because this is the only place I know where Native kids are happy. Wow. Then that night they had a basketball game. Okay, so I heard about it, and then they all came back that night, and they were laughing. I thought they won. No, they lost the game. I said, why are you so happy? They said, well, it was so much fun. Everybody in our team got to play. This is a different place. And I pray, thank God, that the teachers and administrators had created this place, and I have no doubt that they were acquaintances of Jesus, who had saw the ugliness of how our children had suffered in many other places, and they have decided that as a forgiven people, we are going to do something about that, and we're going to create a place that is different. And it requires us to stand back at a distance and take a look at this. Take a look at whatever is coming up, in this community, in our country, in the world, and ask the crucial question: am I willing to raise the next generation of children in the world that it is now? And if your answer is questionable, not sure, then you need to do something as a forgiven people. And there are many of witnesses and saints that have gone before us and that are now doing this work, and that is the invitation. The invitation upon Sunday is a positive one. We don't just go away today feeling depressed for another week and then rah, 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 Easter. Okay? I invite you to stand back in a distance and watch. Amen.